have 7 different power forward and center builds to show y'all in today's video, ranging all the way from 6'8" all the way up to 7'2", some being shooting centers and some being inside centers. So hopefully y'all can learn about what kind of center build or power forward build you're going to be making in NBA 2K26 from this video. But make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button if y'all are new, and let's go ahead and get into the video. With NBA 2K26 being new to all of us, you're going to need help with the best animations and jump shots. And NBA2K.Lab.com has you covered with a bunch of free tools. But if you buy their monthly subscription using code DoubleH for 20% off at checkout, you get access to all their premium tools, ranking all the best to worst animations, but having the ability to have every jump shot's base and releases ranked in green window percents and speeds in milliseconds is wild. There's also a custom jump shot recommender where you can plug in your controller and it recommends you a jump shot for your controller and latency. Get started now by going to NBA2K.Lab.com and use code DoubleH at checkout. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Henry, aka DoubleH, back at it with yet another banger. We got a lot of power forwards to go over. We got a lot of centers to go over. So let's go ahead and get started. We are starting with a 6'8" power forward. Now, I know what a lot of people have been saying. They're suggesting this 6'7" poppers, this 6'7" shooting bigs. No, bro, y'all can't go that short, okay? 6'8" at the minimum, man. This game is getting taller. We saw the introduction at 7'4s. We saw these taller big man builds getting faster. You can get a 62 speed on a 7'4". Guys, 7'1s were lucky to get a 62 speed in 2K25. These bigs are getting faster. They're getting taller. Now there's no RNG again. You can get deep bomber on a 7'1". These shooting bigs are about to be sparking that shit, bro. You cannot go 6'7". You can't be shorter than your 6'8" ISO build teammate, man. So 6'8" at the absolute minimum. And this is the first shooting big we're showing. And I ain't gonna lie, if you're a rec player, I got some really good 7-footers in here for y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I got one that I'm really looking at that's nice. If you like playing rec or proving grounds, whether it's with randoms or just your boys, I got some good builds for y'all. But anyway, starting with the power forward, finishing 71 standing dunk, 56 driving. This is for Klay Thompson dunk package at 59 driving dunk, and this is for bronze rise up and the standing dunk animations at 71 and 65 and 40 and 45. This is all you really need on the popper. You're not trying to dunk over someone or over the top of somebody. This is for your your regular slip where you're wide open on the slip, or this is for your back door if you're playing fives out the corner. Okay, moving on to the shooting, 85 midi is going to give you that silver dimer, 78.3. Now you could try to get away with no midi on these shooting power forwards, but I feel like it's more safe to get the midi. You're going to unlock a lot of jump shots, and we don't know what jump shots are going to be the best yet. So it's safe to get the 85 so you unlock more jump shots. But if you were to go no midi, I would try to get 83-pointer. Okay, I would try to get 83-pointer. Now, moving on to the playmaking, by the way, you can upgrade the free throw if you'd like. We got 71 pass sec. Now, if you're planning on playing threes, I would up this to 76 because you got to have break starter. You need a little something to throw a break on the threes course. So if you're playing threes, get this to 76. If you're more of a twos guy, or that's really what you're looking for, the AK 71 pass you can get away with. You could probably even get away with lower than 71 pass on the twos. Ball head on speed with ball is default. Defense, 74 block, 85 steal, 82 prim, 71 interior. This is going to give you bronze blocking badges. It's going to give you the gold interceptor, the silver glove, the silver challenger. Now you can max +2 interceptor to legend because I would use defensive specialization. Moving on to the rebounding, we couldn't get more O board than D board on this height, so we went 92 D board, 80 O board, giving us gold box out and gold rebound chaser. And then the physicals, this is the big reason why you would go 6'8", and that's just simply the speed. 84 speed, 71 agility, 91 strength, 75 vert. And taking a look at the build fully, the big reason you'd go 6'8" is just to be faster. That's literally the big reason. Other than that, I wouldn't go 6'8" if you're not worried about your speed. If you're trying to be really fast, try to defend a lot of the court, try to get in lanes, then go with this build if you're really worried about it. And put the defense specialization on, get that legend interceptor, maybe get gold challenger or put it on something else, and then save your other max +1s and 2s for maybe paint patroller gold, because since it's a tier 2. That's really the other big advantage you have with the 6'8" pops, is they get box out beast, brick wall, paint patroller, high flying denier, and immovable enforcer all on tier 2. And box out beast and Paint Patroller being tier 2 is an advantage with the 6'8" over the 6'9" shooting big. So that is one thing to note about the 6'8". So that's the badge tier is an advantage and the speed is an advantage. Now looking at the build, this ended up going out to be compared to Anthony Davis 16-17 season, Bam, Karolinko, and it is called a two-way midi scoring cleaner, with of course its weaknesses being finishing around the rim, which we expected, but we're just going the absolute minimum to get the backdoor, to get the slip, and just put the ball in the hoop, get our 2 points. Anyways, let's move on to the 6'9" shooting big. So 6'9" shooting big is actually what I would recommend for the 3s and 2s players out there, maybe even the 5s power forward. This is what I would recommend. This is the height I would go with. I think 6'9" is gonna be the way to go. Now, starting with the finishing, we're going with the same thing. Get the Klay Thompson dunk package at 55, even the CJ McCollum at 45, and you get the standing dunk for the bronze rise up and the standing dunk animations. You could even mess around, go 45 driving, 65 standing for the CJ McCollum, and just not even get rise up, just get the standing dunk animations if you really want to save some extra attributes. But I ended up getting both. Moving on to the shooting. Now this is the one where you could definitely go down in the mid-range. Like if you go no midi 83 is where you get sharp take. And I feel like even if you're not going to use sharp take and you see the future, which I feel like most people should do, then it's just interesting because the 83 is that threshold for a reason. I feel like 83 is going to be good. We don't know what ratings are going to be good with no RNG. We don't know what's going to be the spots to go with. And I think 83 is just a safe spot to go with for these shooting power forwards if you're going to go no midi. But we have a midi, we have a 3. We're going to get the extra jump shots. We're going to get our silver shooting badges. Moving on to the playmaking, I would go 76 pass. Find a way to go 76 pass accuracy so you can get that silver versatile visionary, okay? You're going to get your break starter. This is much better than the last pass act on the last 6'8". This is good for 3s to get 76 pass act. Anyways, moving on to the defense, we got the double 85 prim and steal, 74 blocks, 71 interior for the bronze blocking badges. We get gold interceptor. We get silver challenger. We get those good badges there. We are supposed to get silver on ball menace, but I messed up on the agility. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to upgrade that. But moving on to the rebounding, we got the O board on this one. So we got 92 O board. We got 80 D board. Things are looking good. If you guys don't know, always try to go O board over D board. The reason is because you want the higher attribute to be on O board, because when you're on defense, you're in between your opponent and the basket most of the time. So you already have positioning by default. You're just boxing out, and if you box out, you're gonna get it most of the time. You don't need a crazy animation. Now on offense, especially on these shooting bigs, you're gonna be out on the 3-point line, or you're gonna be running to the basket as the shot's going up. That's where you need that crazy Superman animation to go up and grab that thing and get that board. And that's why you always want to try to go with a higher O board than D board. So that's why we did that. Physicals, 81 speed, 70 agility, 91 strength, 75 vert. So yeah, looking at this build right here, try to find try to go off this as a template. Don't copy this exact. Try to get 76 pass and try to get enough agility to get silver on ball menace, and then you're really cooking with the defensive specialization, because then you can +2 interceptor for legend interceptor. You can +1 for gold glove. Then you can use the tier 2 max +2 for Hall of Fame on ball menace since it's going to be silver with the agility up. Or you could put it to +1, get gold on ball menace, and +2 brick wall and get legend brick wall. And then you could also +2 for gold paint patroller and +1 a shooting badge for like gold set shot, or +1 paint patroller for silver or set shot for gold, and +2 rebound chaser for legend rebound chaser. Then you'd have legend rebound chaser, legend interceptor, and legend brick wall all on this 6'9" popper. But yeah, that's the thing. You're looking at the tiers. You see paint patroller, you see box out beast is both tier 1 now on the 6'9", but you do get the on ball menace as a tier 2 and the brick wall still a tier 2. So that's not too bad of a thing. Plus challenger is a tier 2 on a 6'9". That's a tier 1 on a 6'8". So that is something to look at. You can maybe get Hall of Fame challenger with the +2 with the defensive specialization on this one. But anyways, this ended up coming out to be a 2-way midi scoring crasher. I would definitely try to go off this build as a template if you're trying to make a popper build for 2K26. And yeah, the only weaknesses it says is finishing as expected. Moving on to this 7-foot shooting center. Bro, this is perfect for rec. Like, if you want to play record proving grounds, this might be the perfect build. Okay, so we're 7 foot. We don't have max wingspan because we wanted to get a little better shooting. So we have 7'4" wingspan, which is 2 inches below max. Now we have a 80 close shot for those paint badges, a 65 driving, so we get some better driving dunk animations, and an 81 standing for silver rise up, the standing dunk animations, and we get a standing contact dunk animation. So this is literally the perfect finishing if you're not like a post scorer, or if you're not trying to get like contact dunks or something, you know, you're just trying to do what you got to get done in the paint as just 7 foot center. This is perfect. This is going to get the job done. Okay, now moving on to the shooting. This is insane, y'all. A 7 foot big on 2K25 would be lucky to get a 78 midi and a 76 3. Okay, now you getting an 85 midi, 83. Yo, you are about to be unlocking some great jump shots with this build. Not only that, you can mess around, throw on sharpshooting takeover with this build. I mean, this is insane. Up the free throw if you'd like. You probably are going to want to, with, since I said this is a good fives build, you could probably easily up that. I mean, the shooting is crazy, man. This build's gonna be butter, man. You got a good player. You're a good player. You got a good jump shot on. You're gonna be sparking that thing at the top of the key, especially in the rec with the difficulty being low. Oh my God, you're gonna be. But this is a walking triple-double build right here. Anyways, playmaking, we got a 92 pass sag. That's going to give you 𝘠𝘪𝘴, dude. 𝘠𝘪𝘴 for a day 1 build. You're going to get the badge tier 2 max +1 pretty easily too. You're going to have legend dimer in no time. Okay, we got lowest ball handle and speed of ball. You can go with that. Then the defense. This is great defensive stats, man, for a 7-footer. It's hard to get a stealing badge on a 7-footer, and we got one. We got 60 steal for the bronze interceptor. You basically got max perimeter defense, 65 perim. You got an 82 interior, 84 block. Now, I know some people that, you know, are going to say, oh, you got to go higher interior, higher block. You actually don't. The taller you are with the longer wingspan, you don't need to go with the 93 block, 90 interior, man. 84 block and 82 interior is way more than enough. Your height and wingspan is already gonna help you more than enough. So you could probably get away with 74 block, 78 interior. So 84, 82 is definitely good enough. You get the silver paint patroller, and if you don't think that's enough with a silver post lock, you could even +1 or 2 that pretty easily. Now moving on to the rebounding. This is what I'm really liking about the build. 92 O board, 90 D board. It's definitely going to be a good way to go about this build with the specialization. We're going rebounding specialization. I'm going to explain that in a couple seconds and why this build is going to be so nasty for some of y'all. Okay, physical, 70 speed, 59 agility, that's max, 81 or 91 strength, 80 vertical, so you can jump for those rebounds. Let's go ahead and zoom out the build. This is the perfect build for fives if you up the free throw. Just up the free throw and you're good to go. And watch how crazy this build can be. Okay, so we're gonna pick rebounding specialization. Okay, now a lot of people can't go to rebounding specialization because with the max +2 and 1 you get from that, you have to put it on a rebounding badge. There's only 2 rebounding badges: box out beast, rebound chaser. So if you already have one of those, both of those on Hall of Fame, you're wasting a max +2. So this is why this is the perfect attribute spread to use it for rebounding specialists, because you're going to put the +2 cap breakers from rebounding specialization on offensive rebound. That's going to give you a 94 offensive rebound, which is going to unlock you Hall of Fame box out beast. Now you get a max +1 and a max +2 from rebounding specialization. You put the max +1 on box out beast. Now you got legend box out beast. Then you put the max +2 on the rebound chaser, and you got legend rebound chaser. And this is the perfect build to make for that. I mean, I couldn't have drawn it up better if you want a 7-foot shooting center that is built for your rebounding specialization. This is perfect. This is literally perfect. So this is probably going to be a lot of y'all's day 1 build, I'm going to be honest. If y'all are looking for the 7-foot shooting big, this ends up being compared to DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, and Jack Sikma. It's called a physical midi glass visionary. And the only thing it says is struggles with footwork at the paint. We're not a post scorer, so we don't care nothing about that, okay? Let me know if you're making that build day 1. Let's move on to another similar 7-foot pop. So very similar build right here. We're not going to go too deep into it. And it's basically just if you wanted the 99 O board and you wanted to go like shooting or defense specialization. So this is what you would get. You'd have to use the cap breakers from like level 40s because like I said, you'd be wasting your rebound specialization on this. So yeah, if you wanted to for whatever reason, just get like a crazy high offensive rebound stat, You'd have to sacrifice your pass ag. You'd have to sacrifice your interior. I don't think this is nearly as good, but just to show y'all, I had to show y'all another version of it just in case you were interested. This has the same comparisons, ends up being called a board hunting MIDI score, and it's the same thing. It struggles with footwork in the paint, and now it also says that one of your weaknesses is interior defense. Now I got y'all with a 7'2" shooting big. So this is what a 7'2" shooting big is looking like. The shooting stats are similar to the 7 foots in 2K25. You get the 81 standing, you get the 73 driving, which actually gives us bronze posterizer. So you get bronze posterizer in this build, probably some pretty good dunk packages. You definitely get the park dunks at 70 dunk, 81 standing for the silver rise ups. You get standing contacts, 78 midi, 77 threes. So that, I mean, for a 7'2", that's still good. This is max wingspan, by the way. Max wingspan, 7'2". Yeah, this is a pretty big build. You got a lengthy build going on here. 78 midi, 77 3, not too bad for max wing. 82 pass act for the 𝘠𝘠𝘪𝘴. You got 86 interior, 93 block, 60 steal, 61 perim. Not bad. I mean, I think it's a little overkill with the interior and block, but if you're someone that disagreed with me earlier in the video about that subject, then hey, maybe this is what you want to go with. 94 O board, 90 D board. And yeah, this build's slow, man. You got your 251 pounds and your 7'2", 58 agility, 44 agility, 58 speed, 91 strength, 74 vert. This is why I think the 7-foot pop is just so much better, man. You got a plus 12 speed on that. You got a 70 speed on that one. You got better defense in well, not better defense, but you save more attributes with your defense. You got higher perim. They're basically the same interior. You got better rebounding because you're gonna get the guaranteed badges from it. Better pass act, better shooting, basically the same finishing. But yeah, this is what the 7'2" is looking like, and it's compared to 𝘠𝘠𝘠𝘠. It's called a shot erasing board enforcer. The weaknesses is post scoring. Nothing really we were looking for anyways. Let's go ahead and move on to another version of the 7'2". All right, so this version, I'm just going to zoom out immediately. It's very similar. I just wanted to try to get that 99 rebound for y'all with the level 40 caps eventually at some point. But yeah, I really think the 7-footers are better, man. Y'all can let me know what you think in the comments. The 7'2" just aren't looking as good to me. They're so much slower. They don't get as much stats. This is another max wingspan one. You know, you get a little lower driving dunk on this one, lower pass act, but you get that 97 offensive rebound. This ends up being called a physical board enforcer, and the weaknesses is, bro, is that say not a very agile player? What the avoids backing down? Okay, yeah, post scoring again. All right, now we have an inside center. I only have one inside for today's video, and it's a 7-footer. Max wingspan, of course. I just think insides are going to be not the way to go unless you're playing 5v5. If you had an inside in 2K24, that was troll. And that's where the green window is the closest to not being completely no RNG. Now there's completely no RNG. You got 7'1" centers walking around with deep bomber. You got 7'4" players with Hoff limitless with the max +2. Like, if you not making a shooting big, what you doing, bro? Okay, the only reason I could think of is maybe your internet is just complete dog. Like, it's just terrible. So, okay, then I could see that. So here's a 7-foot inside center. We got a 90 standing dunk. So we have gold rise up, 74 driving. We have the bronze posterizer. You're going to get all the standing contact dunk animations with this build. Once again, max wingspan 7-footer. The shooting, we got nothing, bro. We are an inside center. It's the whole point of the build. We got extra attributes to put elsewhere though. So we have the 92 pass act. Dimer's a tier 2. So it's Hall of Fame Dimer already. You'll easily get a max +1 badge tier 2. You can get that the Legend Dimer pretty easily. The defense is looking really good. We got max perim. We got the 60 steal for the bronze interceptor, 85 interior, 84 block, silver paint patroller. This is more silver high flying denier too. This is more than good enough. If you're not comfortable with that too, you can +1 or 2 one of those badges. Then the rebounding 97 O board, 90 D board. You could probably lower the rebounding to 92 O board, then use the rebounding specialization to +2 for 94, blah 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 blah, and then probably get a crazy high finishing with this. Or maybe I don't even know where else you'd put it. Maybe you just go crazy high block. Like, there's just so many stats, like there's nowhere to put it if you're not doing shooting. Yeah, but that's what you get with that. The speed, 69 speed, 57 agility, 91 strength, 83 vertical. So we even like max the vertical. We got the extra vertical for the rebounding. This is what you're looking like with this. Pretty good badges for a build that doesn't even have a single max +1, 2 or cap breaker. Once again, max wingspan, and this ends up being compared to Shaq It's called a board enforcing diamond riser. Says basically the weaknesses is he can't shoot, which is like, of course, that's what we were going for. Anyways, if y'all want to see what this 610 ISO builds are looking like, or what some small play shot builds are looking like that could be your teammate for one of these center builds, go click one of the videos on your screen.